Dear students, it's a great pleasure for me to meet you again. In this video, first of all, let's discuss the answers for the questions given in the worksheet. The first question, India is the largest producer of bananas and mangoes in the world. Then, the backbone of our country's economy is agriculture. Third question, on the basis of life cycle, crops are classified as annuals, biennials and perennials. Fourth one, cotton and hemp are the examples of fiber crops. The last one, the crops cultivated for human consumption are food crops. Then define kharif crops, rabi crops and zaid crops. Kharif crops. The crops which are grown in the rainy season are called kharif crops. They are sown in the month of June and harvested in the month of September. Example, paddy, groundnut. Rabi crops. The crops which are grown in the winter season are called rabi crops. They are sown in the month of October and are harvested in the month of March. Examples, wheat, mustard. Zaid crops. The crops which are grown in summer season are called zaid crops. Example, watermelon, cucumber. Okay, well done. Before starting the lesson, we shall see a small recap. In the previous class, we studied about agriculture, history of agriculture, modern agriculture, and types of crops. The crops are classified in three ways on the basis of seasons, products obtained, and life cycle. Based on seasons, the crops are classified into kharif crops, rabi crops, and zaid crops. Based on products obtained, the crops are classified into cereals, pulses, plantation crops, food crops, fiber crops, etc. Based on life cycle, the crops are classified into annuals, biennials and perennials. Okay children, now we shall move on to the next part of crop production and management. It is about the basic practices of agriculture. Students, have you ever visited a field and observed the practices of agriculture? The basic practices of agriculture include preparation of soil, sowing of seeds, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, weeding, harvesting of crops and storage. I repeat once again, the basic practices of agriculture includes soil preparation, sowing of seeds, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, weeding, harvesting of crops and storage. All these activities collectively have an effect on the yield of crops. Let's learn about each practice one by one. Children, do you know that how is the soil prepared for cultivation? The soil is prepared for cultivation mainly by three methods. They are ploughing or tilling, leveling and basal manuring. The soil is prepared for cultivation mainly by three methods. They are ploughing or tilling, leveling and basal manuring. The first method is ploughing. Now we shall learn about ploughing. Ploughing is the first and the basic step of soil preparation. It is the process of loosening and turning the soil up and down to facilitate the availability of nutrients in the root zone of cultivating crops. Ploughing is the base process of loosening and turning the soil up and down to facilitate the availability of nutrients in the root zone of cultivating crops. Have you ever visited a field when the soil is ploughed? If not, look at the video. In this video, A farmer is plowing the soil using a plow. The soil is prepared well for cultivation using some implements like plow, hoe, and cultivator. Have you seen the implements used for plowing? To know about the implements, look at the images. The first one is plow. A plow is a simple tool used for plowing soil. It is made of wood drawn by a pair of bulls or horses. It is used for tilling the soil to add fertilizers to the crop. It is also used for removing weeds and other waste materials from the field. The next implement used for plowing the soil is hoe. It is made of a long wooden rod with a bent iron plate at one end. It is used for tilling the land to remove weeds and digging up the soil. It is made of a long wooden rod with a bent iron plate at one end. It is used for tilling the land to remove weeds and dig up the soil. Next implement is cultivator. The cultivator includes the use of a tractor to drive the cultivator. It helps to kill the weeds and dig up unwanted vegetation available in the field. It also helps to save the labor and time. So that's all about the preparation of soil. The next step in the agriculture is leveling. It is the second step in the preparation of soil. It is done after the soil is plowed well. Once the field is plowed, the top soil is quite loose. The loosened soil is leveled with a heavy wooden plank called leveler. It helps in uniform distribution of water during irrigation. Next step is basal manuring. It is the last step in soil preparation. After the loosened soil is leveled, the soil is manured. Adding manure to the soil is called manuring. It helps to increase the soil fertility and enhances the growth and yield of crops. Children, now the soil is ready for sowing seeds. Let's see how the seeds are sown in the well-prepared soil. Sowing of seeds. It is the actual process of planting of seeds in the soil. It is done after the soil preparation is over. The seeds are sown by three methods. They are sowing of seeds by hand, sowing by seed drill, and dibbling. The seeds are sown by three methods. They are sowing of seeds by hand, sowing by seed drill, and dibbling. The first one is sowing of seeds by hand. It is also called as broadcasting method of sowing seeds. In this method, the scattering of seeds by hand is done. It is the simplest method of sowing seeds. This is the most economical method of sowing seeds. Then the sowing of seeds by drill. This is the more efficient method than sowing by hand. It is usually done by attaching an iron drill with a tractor. It helps to plant the seeds at equal interval and in correct depth. Sowing by seed drill. It is the more efficient method than sowing by hand. It is usually done by attaching an iron drill with a tractor. It helps to plant the seeds at equal interval and in correct depth. Then the third method is dibbling. The dibbling is the placement of seed material in a furrow, pit or hole. It is done by hand at predetermined spacing with a dibble. Dibbling is the placement of seed material in a furrow, pit or hole. It is done by hand at predetermined spacing with a dibble. Then the soil around the hole is pressed for moist soil contact. Children, sowing seeds plays an important role in increasing the yield. So, before sowing seeds, some precautions must be taken. See the precautions to be taken while the selection of seeds. The first precaution, the seeds must be sown at proper distance to ensure the equal distribution of light, water and nutrients to the crops. The seeds must be sown at proper distance to ensure the equal distribution of light, water and nutrients to the crop. The second precaution to be taken, the seeds must be sown at correct depth in the soil. The seeds must be sown at the correct depth in the soil. Otherwise, they will be blown away by the wind or eaten up by birds and animals. Then the third precautions. The seeds that are sown should be of highest quality. Otherwise, we can't get good yield. Children, I hope you may have understood the soil preparation and sowing of seeds. Learn well the preparation of soil and sowing of seeds. The remaining practices will be continued in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.